everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am back with my September TBR Star Hop. I absolutely love playing this game every month. It is so much fun. I know I say that every month, but it really is my favorite video to film. I love just kind of trying to fit books into the prompts and just having fun with it. So I'm really excited to see what the board has in store for me for this month. Again, I'm going to be super busy with school, so fingers crossed that it isn't too terribly mean to me. I did get pretty lucky last month, so I'm not necessarily expecting it to be quite as nice as that, but I still would like to, have a manageable amount of books. I do have some buddy reads that I'm going to be doing this month as well, so hopefully the board lets me fit those on there. But let's take a look and see how I did for the month of August. So there were only 5 books on the TBR, but looking at it, they were pretty thick books, honestly. So we have Valiant, which was a wormhole pick, which I did read. City of Brass for a mood read. I did read it. Aragon was, what was that one? A book with an animal on the cover, which I have barely started. The Bone Shard War, which was for a wormhole pick, I did read, and then The Forgetting Moon, which was for a spinner wheel pick, and I did read that one as well. What was the prompt for that? Adult fantasy. So I did read enough to have won the game. Now, I will say I literally just finished Forgetting Moon. I did postpone filming this game until I had finished Forgetting Moon, so literally just finished it. A little embarrassed by that. And Aragon, I have read like a couple pages, so I could say I have started it. I know I'm cheating a little bit, but I cannot lose. I can't lose again. I don't want to make another black hole to put on the board, honestly. So I'm counting this as a win because technically I feel like I kind of did win last month and I didn't take a black hole off, so I'm counting this one, even though I'm bending the rules as much as I possibly can. So having won for the month of August, I am now able to take one of the 2 black holes that are currently on the board off the board. So I will only have 2 left on there. I'm very happy about this because I really need them gone so that I don't have too terrible of a TBR this month. But let's go ahead and jump into the first roll. Okay, so I have decided that of the black holes that are left on the board, I am going to remove this one because it is further along. So if I hit this one, I would go back further. I know this one is a sun, which I don't want those prompts as much, and this one's a star, which are easier prompts, but I just feel like the distance is what I'm going for here, so this is going to be the black hole that we're removing. Oh, I just bent it. Dang. Here goes the first roll, and we get a 6. I do think that's okay. I think that's safe. Okay. A moon. And our first prompt of the game is a female author. I don't think that should be hard to do. Okay, first roll, we got a moon, and the prompt was female author, and for this, I chose The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the second book in the Daevabad trilogy. I read the first book last month in August, which was The City of Brass, and absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good, and it was a really fast, compelling read, so I'm really excited to add this one on to my TBR for this month. This is actually my Patreon buddy read for the month of August, but all of the live shows have kind of been pushed back because we had Fourth Wing as a buddy read, and then it had to be pushed back the live show because people couldn't get the book because it's sold out everywhere. Anyways, more info than you needed to know, but I'm really looking forward to adding this on here. I love the covers for this series. I just think that they are so beautiful. I think the characters are really compelling. The cliffhanger that was at the end of the first book, I'm really excited to see where we go in this one. I just think this is such a fun series. It's really easily readable, so I'm glad that this one is going on as my first pick for the month. And here we go with our second roll, and a 7. I have no idea. I I hope it's good. 6. Whew, that was close. I did not enjoy that close. Okay, and so we get a star, and the prompt is audiobook. This one is easy. I do a lot of audiobooks. This is a good prompt. Okay, for our next one, we got a star, and the prompt was audiobook. And for this one, I decided to go with Eldest by Christopher Paolini. This is the second book in the Aragon series. I am reading the series along with one of my friends, Erin, and it is also my channel buddy read for the next few months. I'm reading it again. I read it when I was a kid many, many times. Obviously, I mean, this book is kind of beat up, but these are rereads for me in anticipation for Murtagh coming out, which is another book within the same world, and also because the author is going to be at Dragonsteel Conference, which I will be going to in November. So really looking forward to that. Like I said, I just started Aragon. I've literally read a couple pages. So this one is going on here for audiobook. I am doing both with these books. I am physically reading it and doing it on audiobook at the same time. So this one's going to count for that prompt. I'm really looking forward to rereading these. I hope some of you are joining with me as well, because I just think that the series was so good growing up. It has dragons and chosen ones and the like wise grumpy mentor trope, and it has dwarves, elves, like all of the classic fantasy stuff, and I absolutely loved it growing up, so I really hope I love it still. Okay, we are coming up on that first black hole. Please be nice. 8. Ooh, it'll be close. 1. No! Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm regretting my decision. I have regret. Okay. We are just going to mosey on back to the beginning. Great start. I chose poorly. Okay, well, I obviously chose the wrong black hole to remove from the board. I'm really sad about this because I was on the fence about which one to choose. I had this like internal debate with myself about which one of these black holes I should remove, and I apparently picked wrong. So yay about that. We will be drawing out of the wormhole jar, and per the suggestions from a lot of you all, I have decided that if I do draw a book that I have DNF that series, I will not have to read that, like, as a punishment. I didn't go through like remove them because I am kind of lazy and there are a lot in here, but yeah. I mean, obviously I don't want a super long one, but like at this point I kind of feel like it kind of is what it is. Okay, I got one. Let's see what we got. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. Lore Olympus. Okay, this is a series that I was kind of on the fence about whether I would continue with or not. I'm not absolutely loving it, but I don't hate it either. I have just been getting it for my library too, so I'm not really like spending money on these books. And since I did just hit a black hole and go back to the beginning, I'm not going to say no to a graphic novel series. So Lore Olympus is going to go on the TBR, and I am actually quite happy about it. I'll put that back in there because I wouldn't be sad if that comes up again, just because it does make my life easier to have these like really short books on there, especially when I do pull them out of the wormholes. Lore Olympus is a graphic novel series that is kind of a modern retelling of the Greek gods and myths, and it's I like the color scheme of it. I don't love the weird age gap that was extremely focused on in the second book, but overall it's a pretty intriguing, fun read. So I'm not mad that it got picked, even though it's not a series I probably would have voluntarily continued, but it's not one I was like a hard DNF on either, and I will allow it since it is super short and I did just get sent back to the beginning. So not terrible, except for the fact that we are now starting over. Okay, going from the beginning again, and we get a 7. I think that's good. I think that's safe. Yay, okay. And our prompt is romance. Those are fast reads. I think that'll be good. Okay, next roll, not moving super quickly, but we did get a star prompt, and for that was romance. And the book that I have decided to read for this is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This is her third book that's kind of centered around this, like, STEM romances, and I really enjoyed the first two. I think it was Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain. I could be wrong about those names because I don't actually own any of these books. I have read them all via ebook. So Love Hypothesis is the next one that I'm going to be reading. I think these are really fun romances. They're entertaining, very quick reads. I just have really enjoyed reading both of them so far. So I'm hoping that this one will also just be like a really fun read for me. Something that I can something that doesn't take a whole ton of brain power to read it, but I can still enjoy the story. So that's what I'm going for with this one, and I'm really looking forward to it. I actually like Ali Hazelwood's writing style, and so I'm hoping that I really like this one, and I think it'll be a quick read because romances tend to be really fast reads for me, so this is a good one to put on for this prompt since I am just moving so slowly from the beginning. Okay, here we go. 10. That is a safe number. I'm almost positive. Oh, that is a great number. Oh, I am so pleased about that. Okay, so we don't want a 4 or an 11. I think that's okay. I think those are avoidable. Okay, be nice to me. 8. Ooh, good number. We like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, okay. I mean, it's a sun. No! A book over 700 pages. Of course I get this prompt after hitting a black hole. Okay. Okay, we hit a comet, which should be good news, but then after that, we hit a sun, and the prompt was a book over 700 pages, which we always love getting that prompt, don't we? It's just like the absolute favorite. I guess I didn't actually look. I just grabbed this book. I should have looked, but The Blackest Heart by Brian Lee Durfee. This is the second book in his 5 Warrior Angels series. And I'm supposed to be buddy reading this series with Abby, and I am absolutely horrible friend because I have been so busy and in such a slump when it comes to reading that I just finished Forgetting Moon, and we should have finished Blackest Heart in August. I'm terrible. So this one is on my TBR, and I am sure it is over 700 pages, but just to be sure, I will look. And it looks like, oh yeah, we're well over 900 pages in this book. So definitely have enough of the page count in there. Maybe I should have picked one that was closer to 700, but here we go. I wanted to read this one anyways. I need to read this one anyways. So going on the list, this is an adult high fantasy. It's fairly dark, and we have a lot of the tropes that you love to see in here, like the wise mentor trope, right? The chosen one, like gods kind of meddling in things, or people interacting with the gods, like the gods are very prominent in here kind of thing. And I actually really enjoyed the first one. So definitely excited to see where we go with the second book in the series. And even though it's really, really long, I think I know I'm towards the beginning, but like I need to get this one on here, and I have to pick a long book anyways because of the prompt. So here we go. This one is going on the official TBR for the month. Okay, for safety, we don't want a 3 or a 10. Anything else? Anything. Okay, be nice to me. 6. It's good. It's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another comet. Oh, I am so happy about this. Okay, we're good. No 4s. Anything but a 4, and I will be happy. Come on, dice. Oh my gosh. No. Why? Why you do me like that? Oh, that is mean. I just can't. Okay. Move that back to the beginning. Wow, I need to dust this board. Dang it! Oh, I can't believe we hit 2 black holes. This is not the month to be hitting 2 black holes. I feel like comets are bad luck. I mean, when I made this game, I thought I would love getting comets. They're free spots, it's awesome, but I feel like lately, especially the last 2 months, I'll hit a comet and then right afterwards I'll hit a wormhole, a black hole, or apparently get the prompt for a book over 700 pages. Like, comets are becoming bad luck for me and I almost don't want to hit them anymore. Whew. I can't believe we just had to go back to the beginning again. I can't believe this is happening. Like, how on earth are we again at the beginning of the board? Like, that seems insane to me. Whew, I'm really, really scared that I just put the blackest heart on the board, and I could pull out something like Wheel of Time. I could even pull out the next book in the 5 Warrior Angel series, which also is extremely long. I could pull out Rhythm of War. Oh man, I'm getting nervous. Okay. Okay, here we go. Please be nice to me. What is it? Belgariad. Does anyone else feel like we pull this prompt or this series an odd number of times out of this wormhole? Like, are there multiple of it in there? I used to think this about Throne of Glass too. Like, somehow Throne of Glass would just keep getting pulled over and over and over again. Like, do I have multiple of these ones too? Or is it, because it's like it's not bigger than the others. Actually looks like it might be smaller. Okay, Belgariad it is, and we'll throw that one back in there too. Come on, fold over. I'll put you back in the jar. Close that jar up. Hopefully we won't be using you again. Okay, so I will be reading the next book in the Belgariad series, which is Castle of Wizardry. This is a 5-book high fantasy series. I'm not really sure if it would be classified as adult. I would guess so. I think it'd probably be adult. But this series follows a young boy who is being raised by his aunt, and then one day things start getting put into motion within their world, and he is taken away by his aunt and his grandfather, who he finds out are these like legendary magical wielders. He is a part of this bigger plot that's going on within this world, and there's a lot of like political things also happening around him, and all of a sudden we are on this quest to recover things, and it's just a really classic fantasy, very quest, very from moment to moment, like you're jumping from one quest to the next battle to the next place you're going. It has a lot of movement throughout it, and so it's easy to read, and I just have really enjoyed my time in it so far. I have liked it progressively more the more I have read through it. The first book was definitely my least favorite. I really wasn't a huge fan, but then the second one improved a lot, and I actually really enjoyed the third one. So interested to see where we go with this fourth one, particularly because the third one left on the weirdest cliffhanger I think I ever had. It was just so abrupt. It was very strange. So interested to see if we like jump right back into that same location or somewhere else, but I'm not mad about this being picked. I mean, I wouldn't have been sad if it was something shorter, like maybe a graphic novel or something, but I can take it. It's only this much of the book because this is a bind up. Okay, back at the beginning. Here I go again. 3, great. I mean, of course, we're back at the beginning for the second time, and I get the second smallest number I could possibly get. Love this for me. Okay, it's a moon. Moons aren't that bad. I'm just dramatic right now. A reread. Actually, this is a great one to pick. Okay, we're good. Reread. Love it. Okay, we are not moving super fast, and the next one I got was a moon prompt, and for that one the prompt was reread, and I'm going to bend rules a tiny little bit, and I'm putting on Aragon for this prompt because this is a reread for me. And yes, I know it was technically on my August TBR and I shouldn't really carry it over since I won, but this stack is getting thick. I'm getting kind of nervous. We did get sent back to the beginning. We are plodding along. So yeah, I'm putting this one on here. Aragon is going to be on my August and my September TBRs, and I am okay with it because I have so much going on, and this is my game, my rules. So yes, Aragon is joining the list. It's kind of funny to put Eldest on first and then put Aragon afterwards, but yeah. I'm not even counting at this point. I'm just, we're winging it now. 8. I do think that's a good number though. 5, 6, 7, 8. Star. Love it. Love it. Okay. What do we get? We get a buddy read. I can do that. I have a lot of buddy reads going right now. Oh my gosh. So the next prompt we got was a star. The prompt was buddy read. And I know that this is absolutely ridiculous, but I only have one book that is a buddy read left. Like, I only have one more buddy read left for the month. And that is The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. This is my Patreon buddy read for the month of September. So July was City of Brass, August was Kingdom of Copper, and September's Empire of Gold. I recognize that this is another long adult high fantasy book that is being added to my TBR for the month of September. And yes, it does make me extremely nervous, but it is technically my buddy read with my Patreons. I know most people are probably going to push it off until next month, but this is literally the last buddy read that I even have an option for. So I kind of have to pick this one. This is the third and final book in the David Brad trilogy. It's still in this plastic wrap, which I'm not mad about, but kind of don't know why. I'll have to take that off. But yeah, this is going on my TBR, and I am a little scared. Okay, here we go. Be nice to me. 4. Not big, but I think safe. Okay, we are making slow progress. Middle grade. I can do that. I can make that work at this point. Oh my gosh, the board is finally being a little nice to me. So I got a star prompt. The prompt was middle grade, and I am going with a very short book for this one, and that is Kiki's Delivery Service by Iko Kadono, and it's short. And it looks so cute. Look at this cover. Like, there's a little cat hanging off the back of her broom. I mean, it just looks so whimsical and so adorable. And this was a gift from my friend Sophia. So thank you so much, Sophia, for this. I've been looking forward to reading this for such a long time. So I'm actually really excited to be able to fit it onto this TBR. And it's going to be a really easy read. So I think it's one that'll relieve a little bit of stress because I'll be able to read it quickly. I actually have no idea what this book is about. I just saw it and thought it was absolutely adorable. So I added it to my wish list, and Sophia bought it for me. And I'm really looking forward to reading it. I also hear that this is a Studio Ghibli movie as well. So it'd be fun to maybe read the book and then watch the movie. So yeah, I'm really happy this one's being added on there. I just think it's going to be an adorable good time. Coming up on that black hole again, and we get a 4 again. Okay, I mean, it's safe, but seriously? And the sun. Great. Adaptation. Okay. I'll find something for this. So it was really nice, and then a little less nice, we got a sun, and the prompt was adaptation. And for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and read Daisy Jones and the Six. This is beloved by the bookternet, by pretty much everyone, and I have never read it, so I feel like this is probably my time. Plus, I do have the audiobook on hold with my library, and it should be coming up, like it says, available soon, right? So within the next week or two, and I have heard that the audiobook is phenomenal for this one, and it's the way to go. So this one's going to be probably a purely audio book that I read for this month. So I'm really hoping I have time to get to it. I don't think it's too long. I think it's about 12 or 13 hour audiobook, which isn't horrible. I could probably do that in a day. Whew, this is just getting so long. I just don't really have any shorter books that have been adapted. I think this is the shortest book I have that's been adapted. So Yep. Here we go. Daisy Jones and the Six. I am really looking forward to it though, because so many people have read it and absolutely loved it. It's on so many people's favorites list, and so I'm just really intrigued to see what all the hype is about. I've read one Taylor Jenkins read before and I liked it okay, but this one and The Seven Husbands are like are her two best well-known books, and so I'd like to watch this one, and I'd really actually like to watch the adaptation as well. Read this one and then watch the adaptation as well while I can't talk. This video is just getting really long because the game's being so mean to me, so my brain is shorting out, apparently. Come on, be nice to me. 5. I think that's safe. I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a moon. Please be nice to me. A book signed by the author. You know, this is actually easier than people might think for me. I have quite a few signed books. Okay, so we got a moon prompt, and the prompt is signed by the author, and I was like, oh, that'll be easy. I have a lot of books that are signed by the author. True, I in fact do. But I do not have a lot of short books that have been signed by the author. So I went and tried to find the shortest one I have that's signed by the author, and I decided to go with Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. This is, what book box did this one come from? I don't know, a Fairy Loot. So this is the Fairy Loot edition. It is signed. It's really pretty. I really like this edition. I have actually been looking forward to reading this book for so long. This one I hear is almost like a tragic love story, which I don't read a whole ton of those, but I think when they're well done, I absolutely love them. I've heard this from some people that this is their favorite book by her. This is her best work. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that this could be one I really love, and it's also relatively short. So this is the shortest one I could find. I need short, obviously. You've seen my roles. And I also am looking forward to this one. So I think the combination of short and anticipated is going to help me when it comes to this book. Fingers crossed. I hope. Not even counting at this point because I don't want to jinx myself. 4. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Like, you have to be kidding me right now. Oh, what God have I angered? Okay. Well, okay, here we are. This is, yep, this is happening. Yep. Here we go. We're just gonna draw another one out. I like, there's almost no way. Like, I'm at the point right now where I'm like, should I just give up? Should I just accept defeat at this point and mood read all month? I don't know. Well, we will see. But I'm not like, I don't even really care what it gives me anymore. I'm just gonna pull, and what we get, we get. Okay. Here we go. What? Series of unfortunate events. You know, I honestly have no real interest in finishing this series. I started it when I was a young child and I never did finish it. So those of you who aren't familiar, this is a middle grade series and it follows these 3 orphans? I don't even remember how many siblings there are. I think there are 3 orphans. I think there's a brother, a sister, and then a baby. I could be wrong on this. People who have read it more recently can probably correct me. And then their parents have died, and their guardian is this man named Count Olaf who wants all their money because they're extremely rich. And so we go through all these things. They're very bizarre, weird books. They have their names are things like The Bad Beginning, The Slippery Slope, I think is one of them. But I read 12 of them. There are 13 books in this series, and I read 12 of them. And the 12th one was The Penultimate Peril. I remember that. And then the last one was called The End, and I just never read it for some reason. I really don't know why I never got to it. I just kind of lost interest. But I think I'm gonna keep this because I have a better chance of being able to finish a middle grade book than I do if I pull something like The Wheel of Time. So even though this is a series I'm not necessarily wanting to continue with, I'm going to accept it because I don't want to wow, I just like almost died choking on air. I don't want to redraw and draw something like Wheel of Time, Rhythm of War. Like, I can't do those ones right now. So I'm gonna take it. We're gonna finish the series of unfortunate events. I feel like I'm not mad about it because I feel like this is a little beneficial to me being able to actually complete my TBR, but I'm not necessarily looking forward to the book. I'm just really hoping at this point that we do not hit another wormhole or black hole. Like, we need to jump to the end. Let's just get like a couple 12s, knock it out, and get us all the way to the end. Like, I need this. I don't think it's feasible at this point to like care what I roll. Okay, 9. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I had to like literally look at the dice again because I forgot what number it was. Okay, we get a star and the prompt is hardcover. Yay, an easy prompt. I need that. Okay, we got a star. The prompt was hardcover, which is pretty simple, and I chose the shortest hardcover that I could find, and that is Lemon by Kwan Yo Sun. And I have really not a whole bunch of like information in my brain about what this book is about. I'm pretty sure that the girl's sister has died, and we are following her and other people maybe within her school. I'm pretty sure this book came up on a dark academia recommendations, but after reading into it, I wasn't really convinced it was dark academia per se, but it still sounded intriguing, and I found it for like $4 or something, so I bought it. But it's really short. Like, this is the selling point right here, is the fact that it is so short. It's like not even 150 pages, and the pages are kind of small, and sometimes there's blank ones. So yes, this is the shortest hardcover I could find that I thought I could read the quickest. That's why this one was on here. Plus, I kind of like the bright yellow cover. It brings a little bit of joy. So here we go. Lemon is on the TBR. Okay, here we go. 6. I actually think that's safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Barely safe. Goodness, don't jinx myself. Okay, double star. I mean, I didn't hit the wormhole, but I did get a double. So I need a book box and treat your shelf. This combo doesn't really work because I could not get a book in time from a book box to read it this month. So I'm gonna put book box back and draw another one. Royalty and treat your shelf. Okay, sorry, I know technically I'm bending the rules, but it's just gotta happen because I can't do that one, and I'm already on thin ice to be able to finish this as is. So royalty and treat yourself shelf. This one I can do. Okay, of course we got a double star. Double sun, that'd be rough. I did switch out because I was like, I can't really do a book box one. It didn't really make sense, but the prompts we now have are royalty and treat your shelf. And so this one, I'm not gonna put a book up as my choice at this point. Next time I go to the bookstore or when I'm shopping online or something like that, I will choose a book that fits this prompt, buy it, and then read it. I am most likely going to be looking for a very short book that fits this prompt. So yeah, this one is kind of nice because it really opens up the possibilities for me, because I just get to pick anything from the bookstore that has royalty in it. And that's a quite broad prompt considering I read a lot of fantasy and royalty is extremely common in fantasy. So I mean, I don't really need another book on my TBR, but I think this will be doable. And hopefully this is the last spin of the game, because I don't know if y'all can see, but the sun has moved. I no longer have the best lighting here, and I think it's okay because my camera tends to compensate pretty well for it. But Yeah, this has been a long filming session, and please let this be the last one. Like, oh, I don't want to jinx myself, but this could be the last roll. Okay, at risk of jinxing myself, we do not want a 6. We don't want a 6. Okay. Ooh, I think this might be this roll I have been the most nervous for this entire game. Okay. Yes! Oh my gosh, where was this 10 earlier? Yay! We have made it to the end! I am so happy. Okay, we did it. Let's do the spinner wheel. I mean, it can't be worse to me. So let's go ahead and jump in. Spinner wheel part's fun. So, whew, I don't even know how many books are on this TBR at this point. I am so happy it was last roll. We were right. Oh, okay, let's jump into the spinner wheel. For those of you who don't know, I have a spinner wheel. I will spin it, and then I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits the prompt that it lands on. And if I don't find a book within those 10 seconds, then I have to spin again. And also, my battery is dead. Love that. Okay, sorry if the camera angle has changed, but I put a new battery in, and all we have left is the spinner wheel. So like I said, I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits the prompt, or I have to spin again. Or if I spin the same prompt as last month, I also have to spin again, and last month's prompt was adult fantasy. I got a new phone, and I don't know why, but my spinner wheels did not pull over, which I'm actually very sad about. And so I had to remake my spinner wheel. So you might notice some of the prompts are a little bit different. I just kind of winged it because I was trying to do it really quickly. But here we go. Oh, it's not even titled. I didn't even title it. Well, okay. No adult fantasy. Let's do this. Yes, free pick. Okay, 10 seconds. What do I want? Oh my gosh. Usually I have an idea, but I've had so many books. Shorts down here. Okay, this one. Got it. Got one. Got it. I feel like I always have so much more time at the end than I think I do while I'm searching for a book, so I could take a little bit more time, but then I panic and I grab one. So down here, there tends to be a little bit shorter books, so that's why I kind of like drop down. But the book that I picked was Piranesi. Which is exciting because this was actually a gift to me from my friend Joanna from the channel Joanna Sousa. And so I'm really looking forward to this one. I have heard actually really great things about it, and the things that people have said sounds like something I would really like. They say if you like the Starless Sea, this might be one that you would enjoy, and I absolutely love the Starless Sea. It's also quite short, which is something that I definitely need. I think it's kind of bizarre and weird, and it's just kind of like plays with your mind a little bit in this one. I think it's set in some sort of mansion, and there's water coming up in it. That is a horrible description. I will have a better one after I have read this, hopefully. But yeah, Piranesi, I think this is a great pick. I hope I end up getting to it this month. I'm looking at my stack, and I'm a little bit doubtful that really half of them are going to happen, but I think this is a good choice. And this is the final book on the list, on the stack. So let's go ahead and see all the books on my TBR for the month of September. I'm already nervous, and yeah, let's just look at them. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, this is a stack. We're going to start by mentioning the 5 books that I don't own. I have them written down here so I don't forget them. But we have, oh gosh, this stack is falling. I don't know if I can hold it. We have Laura Olympus for a black hole pick, Love Theoretically for a romance, Daisy Jones and the Six for an adaptation, Series of Unfortunate Events for the wormhole pick, and a Treat My Shelf pick as well, that I don't know which book that is going to be, but it will be short, I guarantee you. And then ones that I do physically own, oh my gosh, Here we go. Okay, so we have Piranesi for a free pick spinner wheel. We have Lemon for a hardcover. We have Alone with You in the Ether for a signed book. Kiki's Delivery Service for a middle grade. Empire of Gold for a buddy read. Aragon for a reread. The Belgariad Book 4 for a wormhole. The Blackest Heart for a book over 700 pages. Eldest for... Dang it, what was Eldest for? An audiobook. I got it. And then Kingdom of Copper for a book by a female author. Woo! I'm actually quite proud of myself for remembering what every single one of the books in the stack was a prompt for. What the prompt was for every single book in the stack. This is so many books. Like, I don't think that there's any way this is going to happen, because I will also be starting a new internship next month. So we shall see. Okay, well, that is the end of my TBR for the month of September. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope this was a lot of fun. It actually was a lot of fun to film. I do quite enjoy when the game gives me a lot of prompts. It does make it really entertaining. I just feel like this month it's so extraordinarily unlikely that I will actually be able to read half of these books, but we shall see. It could happen. It could happen. I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt and say there's a possibility, but I'm feeling quite strongly that I will be adding that black hole straight back onto the board next month. But fingers crossed, it's really nice to me for the month of October, because that's my birthday month, and I just want to have a good month for my birthday month, because I love my birthday month. I just think it's so much fun. So thank you all for watching, and leave your predictions down in the comments for how this is gonna go. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new content, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!